Uh, we're going to ignore the directions. It says read the passages and then put the information from each passage into an appropriate graphic organizer. We're not going to do that, okay? What I want you to do instead is either on a Word document or on a sheet of paper, just number 1 through 6. And what we're going to simply do is identify which one each little passage is. And so I'll be reading the passage, okay, and then we'll look at each one of these. Chronological tells things in time order. So if you're seeing something that's given a lot of dates, it's usually chronological. Sequence, if you remember, I did how to make bread. A lot of you did one of your favorite recipes. That's a step-by-step instruction. Causes and effects, we spent some time doing that, where one thing leads to another. 3 different causes can lead to one effect, or it can be vice versa. One cause can lead to multiple effects. Problem solution will present an issue and then offer an answer to it. And comparison contrast is basically looking at how they're alike and different. A lot of times those words actually even appear in a passage that's cause and effect. Okay, so let's read the first one together, and then we'll see if we can identify it as either chronological sequence, cause and effect, problem solution, or comparison contrast. There's 6 of them. There are only 4 choices, so that means one of them is going to be used more than once. Okay, let's look at the age of the dinosaurs. All of these are about dinosaurs. Dinosaurs existed about 250 million years ago to 65 million years ago. This era is broken up into 3 periods known as the Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous period. The Triassic period lasted for 35 million years from 2050 to 2005 million years ago. Planet Earth was a very different place back then. All of the continents were united to form one huge landmass known as Pangea. The Jurassic period was second phase. The continents began shifting apart. The time scale for this period is about 2005 to 138 million years ago. The Cretaceous period was the last period of the dinosaurs. It spanned from 138 million to about 65 million years ago. This period in this period, the continents fully separated. However, Australia and Antarctica were still united. So what have we got here? We have a timeline. So the answer to number 1 is this is chronological. Okay, so let's read number 2. Vicious predators. The Cretaceous period was filled with dangerous predators, but 2 of the most feared hunters were the Tyrannosaurus rex and the Velociraptor. The Tyrannosaurus rex was one of the largest carnivores to ever walk the earth. He was 20 feet tall and weighed 7 tons. His jaws could crush down with 3,000 pounds of force, enough to smash the bones of his prey. The Velociraptor was very small compared to Rex. Raptors only stood 3 feet tall and were 7 feet long, weighing merely 35 pounds. But the Velociraptor was fast. Scientists think that raptors could run 25 miles per hour and turn on a dime. Both dinosaurs used their jaws to kill prey, but the raptor had a secret weapon, his retractable toe claw that he pulled out like a knife to slash at his prey. Both dinosaurs had eyes in the front of their heads, which helped them track their prey. If these 2 dinosaurs had fought, it would be difficult to say which one would win. However, since raptors died over 10 million years before the first Tyrannosaurus was born, scientists don't believe such a fight could have ever occurred. Okay, so what does it talk about? It talks about how they're the same and how they're different. If you notice it, words like both, both, okay? So that's a good clue there that that this is a comparison contrast. Which again is how they're the same and how they're different. Okay. Now, creating a dinosaur sculpture. Okay. Gives materials, pipe cleaners, clay, non-toxic paint. Wouldn't you like a scary dinosaur model on your desk to protect your pencils and textbooks? You can easily make one by following these simple directions. First, bend your pipe cleaner to make the frame of your dinosaurs. I suggest you create a Tyrannosaurus frame by using one long pipe cleaner as his neck, spine, and tail, and then bend another into a U shape to make his feet. Wrap the feet around the spine piece. Next, roll out clay to wrap around the pipe cleaners. Let the clay dry overnight. Next, you might want to paint your dinosaur using non-toxic paint. His eyes should be white, but feel free to color your dinosaur as you wish. Nobody knows how the dinosaurs were colored, so don't let anyone tell you your dinosaur can't be pink. Lastly, put him on your desk and watch as he or she scares away the bullies and pencil thieves. So this was first do this, next do that, just like my recipe for making bread. So this is a sequence. Okay, what happened to the dinosaurs? Okay, so this is number 4. Okay, we're going to see what happened to the dinosaurs. There are many theories about why the dinosaurs vanished from the planet. One theory that many people believe is that a gigantic meteorite smashed into the Earth. Scientists believe that the meteorite was very big and that the impact may have produced a large dust cloud that covered the Earth for many years. The dust cloud may have caused plants not to receive sunlight, and large plant eaters or herbivores may have died off, followed by the large meat eaters or carnivores. This theory may or may not be true, but it is one explanation as to why these giant reptiles no longer inhabit the Earth. Okay, let's take a look and see. We know it's not chronological. We know it's not sequence. What's it saying? This may have caused the dinosaurs' extinction. Okay. So if you look, believe, produce, Earth may have cropped. Okay. So it's cause and effect for number 4. Okay, so far we've got chronological, comparison, contrast, sequence, and cause and effect. Okay, so fossil mishap. It's important to think critically about the information you receive, or else you may be led astray. For example, the Brontosaurus is a type of dinosaur that never really existed. Many people still believe the Brontosaurus today, but the Brontosaurus is actually the body of an Apatosaurus with the head of and I'm not even, Camarasaurus. This concocted creature was made from 2 mismatched fossils. In other words, they thought 2 fossils ended up, they thought they were the same dinosaur and they put them together wrong. Had more people thought critically about these findings, analyzing the components that were presented, entire generations of school children may not have been misinformed. Therefore, think critically about the information that people tell you, even if it's information you find on a book or in a worksheet. Keep these problems in mind when conducting your studies. Okay, so it's talking about them being mismatched. It's not chronological. It's not telling us step by step. It doesn't really say one thing led to another, although I could see where you might think that. It doesn't compare and contrast. It's a problem. Okay, the problem is not thinking critically, and the solution is to analyze everything and question everything. So this is a problem solution. Okay, and the last one, number 6, not a blank sheet. You may wish it, right? Get it to focus. There. This is Dino the dinosaur. One day, Dino the dinosaur decided to go for a walk to the watering hole. It was a sunny day and the sky was blue and clear. Dino was thinking about his girlfriend, Dina, when he saw a pack of wild lizards and animals running through the plains in a frenzy. Dino tried to ask the critters why they were running, but they just kept running. Dino scratched his dinosaur head and continued walking toward the watering hole. Soon after, Dino heard a loud thumping noise and like the slow beat of a drum. The earth shook and fruit fell from the trees. But Dino was so deep in thought over his girl, Dina, that he didn't even notice. The thumping grew louder and louder as Timmy the Tyrannosaurus Rex approached Dino. Dino kept thinking about his girl Dina until the moment Timmy ate him. So this is a story. Okay? So when you're thinking about stories, whether they're true or not, it's still a timeline. He's walking along, he's thinking about the girl, everybody's running past him, then he gets eaten. So that's still chronological, even though it is fiction. So any narrative is going to be chronological, whether it's true or not. So there are your answers, and that's all you need to send to me. You can either do it in a Word document or write it on a sheet of paper like I did, take a picture and post that.